Got some lamps. This antique lamp is from turning in the broken compass, and then this one is just from quests that I had never actually turned in. 5K, pretty cool. This one should be 10K. Yeah, so 15K just like that. 57 sailing. I can now chart weather patterns and build a mithril cannon. Awesome. I do think I want to start charting some. Not sure yet. 2,219 total level. So we're moving forward. I was sort of wrong with this amulet. So I put 5,000 charges in there. I can teleport here, which is cool. But it also has other teleports here. Port Roberts. Need to find a sailor's marker at that location before teleporting there. And Deep Fin Point. Okay, so I can't teleport to those yet either. Deep Fin. Okay, so once I unlock this area, I'll be able to teleport here, which will be nice. And then, what was the other? Port Roberts. I don't know if these teleports are even any that good. But it's nice to have more unlocks. So, yeah. I will, hopefully get those unlocked as well. What was the other thing I was going to say? That might have been it. Alright, doing some upgrades to the ship. I'm doing the medium level one. Just building the mithril keel. I could upgrade the big one too, but right now it's at a different port. I don't really feel like moving it. There is a way to teleport it around and stuff, or use the what do you call it? Well, there's a teleport, or you can use the ship in a bottle. But I need that ship where it's at for salvaging. So I think I'm just going to leave it there for now and just upgrade this one. I do need to upgrade the middle one too, for reasons for, well, I unlocked the next Barracuda trials, the Jubilee Jive. I've heard that one's kind of annoying. So, but that will be probably my best training method. If I decide to train it that way, I'll probably, if I were a betting man, I would say I'll probably do most of my XP from salvaging. Not necessarily for the sake of enjoyment, but just the sake of AFKing it. That would be my bet. So I could get the boat here by recovering the boat, but then I'd have to either sail it to the place it's at now to go back to salvaging. I just don't want to deal with it, honestly. So I will upgrade that one at a later point. We've got teak right now. Best would be mahogany. I do need bolt of canvas though, so I'm gonna have to do a farm run to be able to do this one. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it. Did get some upgrades on this ship, so that would be nice. This ship I'm only gonna use for racing, really. I mean, otherwise we'll just use the bigger ship. So I don't really need the salvaging hook anymore. Can I do a higher salvaging hook or not yet? Mithril. Adamant's 59, so pretty close to doing another one. Pretty close. I don't think I need to upgrade it on this one. I need Campor planks though. Not sure where to get those. Presumably on an island I've unlocked, I would hope. And then rune salvaging. Salvaging hooks old school RuneScape. I do want to look. So there's Rune, and then at 86 it's Dragon. The Dragon one though, you need a broken dragon hook, which you can get from Great White Sharks. It looks like it's the only place to get them is a Great White Shark. So I might go for that. I don't know. The dragon metal sheaths you can get couple different ways. I don't know, we'll see, because that takes 6 metal sheets, 16 dragon nails, and in theory you'd want 2 of them. So, but that's not till 86. So I don't really have to worry about that now. But for now, I'm going to bed. Bye! Hello, sailors. They did a sailing poll. The skill's been out less than a month. Like, quite literally less than a month. I'm not exaggerating. The time of filming this, it's December 17th. So, I mean, we're coming close to a month. But they did a poll asking, like, hey, what do you want to see changed? You know, what do you like about it? That kind of stuff. You know, I guess it's reasonable questions to ask the community if they enjoy the skill. What I think is unreasonable, and like I'm probably on my own in my way of thinking. You know, I know they've been making changes. I didn't look at the new changes they made, the most recent ones. You know, I know they've been doing like XP balancing, and people have been freaking out, and like I've been kind of in the background on all this. I don't even know if I filmed my reaction to things, because I'm just taking it slow. I'm not in a freaking hurry. Like, I never was in a race for 99 for this skill. You know, because I'm racing UIM Driss to max, I probably should be in a hurry, because now I'm going to be stuck playing a UIM. You know, so in some ways I should be in a hurry. But I honestly, I mean, this is the first skill they've ever had on this game. Ever. You know? Overall, I think they did a pretty good job. I was expecting the game to crash. I was expecting them to have to do rollbacks, just because Jagex is not always known for, you know, doing the best job on releases. I know that sounds really harsh, but and not even just releases, but you gotta think. Remember, they spawned T-bows on the ground for everyone to pick up. You know, they've had a history of making errors that are game breaking errors, and I just assumed, you know, with a new skill that they had every opportunity to make big game breaking errors, and they did, but they were actually successful and did not ruin or break the game. Which is cool. I think because I'm done with large shipwrecks, I do have 61 sailing, which I can boost to 64 for the next salvaging spot, which is pirate shipwrecks. So I do think I will go ahead and just teleport out. I don't think I lose anything. Leaving your boat while out at sea will result in being lost. Gold fee, any fish, salvage crates, or bounty parts on board will be lost. Okay. I don't think I have anything in there. Yes. Alright. So I abandoned my boat. Oh, that's not what I want. I have done the alking method. 708k this session. I did check. I had 57 sailing last time I did a clip. I now have 61. So we are progressing pretty nicely. The only thing I'd change, granted, I got to check the new salvaging place. But the only thing I would change is I should have brought a gem bag. It would have just taken one inventory spot. I did get a lot of gems, and I dropped all my gems. I did get some stuff. I don't know why I'm price checking it. It really doesn't matter what the price is, because I'm an Iron Man. So stackable loot was only like 78k. So it's more the alchables that gave me the most money. Anyways, what I was mentioning, let me enter my pen. What I was mentioning before I had to enter the pen, the poll, I don't know what's happening in the clan chat. I would just ignore those people, honestly. The poll they're doing, okay, great. You want to know what you did right, what you did wrong. But then they're asking, like, what should we update? What should we work on next? I don't, like, to me, you finish the skill. Like, yeah, sure, you could do more updates to it. Like, you could improve it. You could enhance it. You could even add new content to it. But to me, you released a full skill. Like, there's thousands of people are already 99. I don't know why you want to rush another update to the skill. Like, I don't mind a couple updates, I guess, and like I said, I haven't even looked at the change log. They've done changes and tweaks and stuff, and I haven't even looked at all this. It's they really need to get back to, I don't think they do this anymore, but they used to do, there would be a new video you could watch with all the changes, and it would just be real short, a couple minutes, and it would showcase the major changes. They really need to do that again. Because I'm not going to read all this shit. I don't even read books very often, So I don't understand. Like, to me, you released a full-fledged skill. Like, yeah, I had a couple things people complained about, mainly XP wise. You in theory fixed it. You nerfed it, and then you went back on your nerf. I don't know. Like, I just, that's great. Why don't you do something else? Like, do we really need more sailing updates? Like, it just came out. It's been out less than a month. And I know by the time you see this is probably an irrelevant statement, but I'm going to say it anyways. Like, the skill's barely been out. Why do we need another update? I don't know. I'm not mad. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. It just, I don't understand. Like, if the skill wasn't ready to be released, why did you release it? You're like, we gotta, like, the whole poll, I'll show you. I think it hides my results, which is fine, because you guys probably wouldn't like the way I voted. It either hides my results or it didn't take my vote. It says your vote has been recorded, so I guess it just hides my results. Oh no, I guess you can kind of see it's just not a check mark. It's just a white selection. I was happy for the most part. I didn't, and I was just honest with them. I mean, and also, I think this was mainly RuneScape 3 players mad at me for telling them to get rid of MTX. But if I didn't vote the way you wanted me to vote, I don't care. Like, this is my opinion. I pay membership. Like, I'm allowed to have an opinion. And honestly, I put happy for a lot of things. As far as the XP rates, even, the shipbuilding and upgrades. I mean, you don't gain any sailing XP, which is fine, but also you don't gain much construction XP. It's kind of a waste of all the bars and all that, So it's like, that's why I voted the way I did. Unhappy, but it's not that deep, And then I didn't enjoy the carrier tasks. I don't want to be a delivery driver. So ship combat and bounty tasks, I said dislike. I like the concept of it, but like, if you're doing it efficiently, you have to run back and forth on your boat, clicking on multiple characters to get the cannons to fire, or do one NPC that you're firing at and you have to line them up like perfectly behind to get both cannons to fire. It's a weird system. It doesn't work for me. Salvaging, I said strongly like, just because I like AFKing. Everything else I liked pretty much. 100%. I liked everything else. menu usability UI of the following features. I didn't really understand the question. Like, I've not had any major issues. I mean, like, it's fine, whatever. So I just said like everything. How satisfied are you with the GP per hour? Well, I'm not training a new skill for money. I'm not a main, so I didn't really have an opinion. If I was a main, I mean, yeah, it would have been nice, to rush Frost Dragons or something. That would have been cool. But I just put neutral. How do you feel about the following statements? I don't feel like it has plenty of ties into the wide world of Gielinor. Like, to me, it's brand new. The quests they released were kind of standalone-ish, which is fine. Like, yeah, I disagreed with the statement, but I don't think it needs a bunch of ties. Appropriately rewarding and feels worth the time invested. Yeah, I mean, why not? I agreed with everything else. Just to go over this quickly. I should have... Oh, no, I did put very satisfied. I don't want them to make the skill any easier. 1 to 30, very satisfied. 30 to 55, very satisfied. And it wouldn't let me answer the other ones because I haven't done it yet. But, like, I don't want them to make it any faster. There's a dude, let me look him up. There's a dude with over 100 million sailing XP. Sorry about my throat. I got a procedure done recently. Well, and it's jacked up my throat, so I know I sound off. At least I hear that I sound off, right? Yeah, let's just look at sailing altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people have over 100 million XP, with the top player having 114 million XP in less than a month. Nothing about the XP rates need increasing, which I feel is why they're asking this question. If they're asking because they want to decrease it, well, they already decreased it and then went back on it. I think what they should have done, looking like, and this is looking back at it, on what happened and the reaction. I think if they would have made everything super slow at the beginning, and then instead of nerfing it, made it better. Like, I think, and I'm not saying they should have like aimed to make the skill slower. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, you don't release a training method XP an hour unless it's a glitch or something. Like, the people, from my knowledge, other than that 10,000 at the beginning on the day one, where people would kill an NPC in a quest and got like 10,000 XP boost. Other than that, you don't nerf training methods that you put in the game and you made the XP rates, like, and then you nerf them. Like, I understand why people got upset. I think, like, to me, if the nerf would have just been the rates to start with, would have been totally different story. Like, this is the XP rates you get if you do this method. People were still complaining though. I don't understand people though, because I feel like overall it was a very successful skill. I don't think it needs to be any faster. Like I said, people have over 100 million XP. They're halfway to 200 mil in less than a month. So I don't think it needs to be any faster. I really don't. I wish I could vote on the higher ones, but I can't because I'm not high enough. I don't know. And people are probably going to flame me in the comments. Well, you're just saying it because you want Jagex to like you, stuff like that. And like, or, think I'm a kiss up or something like that. It has nothing to do with that at all. I am so harsh on them about MTX on RuneScape 3. Like, I also don't like bonds on old school RuneScape. That is MTX. Like, that is pay to win. 100% is pay to win. So like, I have no problem speaking my mind about Jagex, what concerns me is like, what are we gonna have a year 2026? Is it just gonna be sailing updates all year round? Like that sounds like a boring year. Granted, I'm glad there's a new skill. I like that they're paying attention to what people want. I just don't understand, like, why do we need to? I mean, it's fine. Again, the opinions is fine, right? But like, at the same time, some of the questions, and we'll get to it, but some of the questions are like, you clearly feel like you didn't do enough, and it's like, if you felt that way, why did you even release it? I don't know. So yeah, we'll skip that because I couldn't have answered those. I'd like to see the most in development or improvements. I did say 99. I don't want them to give higher XP rates. I like, honestly, I got 1 to 61 in in under a month, and I could have gotten a lot more. Well, I don't know about a lot. I could have gotten. I feel like I could have gotten 80s easily without even trying that hard. And this is like no effort, because 2 weeks I didn't even AFK. Like I barely played, So I don't think they need to do anything to the level experience. So I just said the higher levels because I don't know. Like I really don't think they need to change anything. Should any unique rewards or training methods from sailing receive a buff, XP, or otherwise? No. Like, don't ruin what you have, right? I mean, like, I understand them because they nerfed they nerfed the training methods after people already had. Dang it, did the Magpie leave? I don't see it anymore. They nerfed the training methods after people already had 99. So, like, I understand why everybody got upset, because it's like, well, you let the sweats get 99 everything, get their max cape back, and then you nerfed everything. Like, yeah, I understand why people get upset, but that's why I'm saying they should just made it slow to start with. I didn't answer this question, I guess, because I didn't have anything to say. What would you like most from future sailing updates? Stretch goals that take some grind to get, is what I said. I don't think it needs this other stuff. I don't know. I guess I skipped this one. How do you feel about ship combat? I don't like the ship combat. I think it's too slow. Cannons can't harden enough with appropriate cannonballs. It feels a little clunky, awkward due to the position of my cannon or boat movement. Yeah, that's what I answered. Should players' existing combat stats and gear significantly affect ship combat? I put neutral. I mean, it already does. If I have max gear, like, I don't know if it's significant, but it does help. So I do want to see primary ship combat needs to be cannons. Like, that makes the most sense. I would like something that saves cannonballs. Add more cannonball sources to skill rewards. I put that. I don't know. And then, what suggestion do you think might help with cannonball use? I don't have any suggestions, honestly. I think overall the JMods did a great job with the release. I put that, and I know that sounds, kiss up a little bit, but like I do think it needs changed, which maybe I didn't articulate well. I do think it needs adjusted. And sorry, it already logged me out. Crap, now it's all funky. I do think it needs changed, right? The ship combat. Crap, it's all funky now. All right, well, sorry. But like, I'm not a JMod. Like, I just, if I had a suggestion, I'd tell them, right? But I don't have an answer for that. They're planning to make improvements to ship combat. Perfect. That's what I'd like to see. I put easier to hit multiple NPCs at the same time instead of running back and forth. Basically, there's a sweat method where you click on one NPC on the one side of the boat, and then you click on the other NPC on the other side of the boat, and then you can get cannons firing at both times. So Otherwise, there's no point in having two cannons on either side, where you have to line up your boat very specifically. So yeah, I think that's kind of a wash. It needs adjusting. I don't. You know, this is not. It's not. This is a skill, right? You don't need to be sweaty. I don't know. Yeah, this was a long poll, honestly. So I probably shouldn't go over all this, but just real quick, please rank the following items. Blah, blah, blah. Ship combat, obviously. Training methods for other skills. I don't know. I skipped that question. For the most part, I'm pretty pleased. I don't think there's really any issues. It wouldn't let me answer all these UIM questions. I say let the UIM suffer. And it's mainly because I'm racing UIM Drist. And I flat out told him, like, anything that slows them down on the way to 99 is beneficial for me. And 100% want it to slow him down. So, yeah. But also, two things. The UIM community complained the most out of any community, in my opinion, other than maybe PKers, right? They're on that same kind of level where they just bitch about everything. And it's like, if you don't like the game, just quit. Like, that's my opinion. That's obviously not Jagex' opinion, because, they want you to pay membership and play the game or whatever, right? But, like, the UIM complains so much. And, like, you always hear about them complaining. And also, like, you chose that game mode. Like, you chose the game mode. You knew about the game mode before you made an account. So I have no pity for anyone that's UIM. Absolutely zero pity. Because you chose to play that way. This one only people with 99 can answer. Ranked, updated ship combat, obviously most important. Adding new quests and stuff, I mean, that's fine, but, like, I already feel like they add too many quests as is. Like, I can't keep up. I've got 2 master quests I haven't done yet, Like, I don't know. Just stop it with the quests. Player designed islands. I voted no because I'm not a big player designing, like, I feel like a lot of people's player design art is just trash, and I don't want them to design something, honestly. Let the JMods take care of it. The quests, I put strongly dislike because I don't like questing. New Barracuda Trial, I put dislike because obviously it would be a higher level one to do, and it would be better XP, and I don't want them to increase the XP rate. So, dislike. Like, goodbye. It's not going to load now. No, there it is. So, that's why I put dislike. I don't necessarily dislike that method of training, but I don't want them to increase XP rates. They're fast enough. Like, I don't care how they did it. I mean, I do care if they cheated. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 players over 100 mil in less than a month. Like, clearly this skill is fast enough. Doesn't need to be any faster. Neutral and new port types protecting NPCs. It's kind of whatever. Update to ship combat is probably my most important. Sea expansion would be cool, but not necessary. Pirate NPCs, more threats at sea. No. It's stupid. You're already going to try the PvP sailing, and I don't want that either. Boat cosmetics, sure, why not? More high-level skilling unlocks. Yeah, I said I like. Sailing-related bosses outside of ship combat? No. Like, just more Barracuda Trials? No. Repeatable sea charting activities. I put neutral. I haven't really done that yet. I heard it takes a while. But yeah, and then if you're 300, which sailing update would you like to see? Does it really need updated already? I feel like if you release a great skill, then you don't need to immediately update it. I'm only 61. I'm not here to rush to 99. I'd rather you all start on another skill. Well, I can tell you right now, they're not going to listen to me. Um, you know, but like it would make much more sense. Like, hey, we had a good release. Let's start something new. I'm afraid 2026 is going to be the year of sailing. Like, it's just going to be sailing update after sailing update. So if you hate sailing, well, might as well quit now. How can we make sailing connect even more to the wider game and other activities? Does it need to? Why can't the skill be its own thing? Hello? I don't understand. It's just, I don't, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why does everything have to be related to something else? I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to share my thoughts on sailing. And that was a good way to do it. Sorry if you clicked off this video. If you're still watching, thank you. You know, I appreciate it. We are going to recover the boat here. 57,000? Jeez. Huh. I didn't realize it was going to cost that much. But I earned well more than that at sailing, so that's fine. Yeah. I gotta upgrade the salvage hooks. Gotta upgrade the salvage hooks. So, anyways, there you have it. I will recover my boat with mystery recovery. I want that outfit. I don't think there was anything in the, like, why is it telling me that? Anyways, I did upgrade everything. Not on this boat. Let me show you the other one. This one. I did, well, maybe I didn't upgrade everything. I don't know. I did get mithril stuff going. I've got the mahogany build. Okay, yeah, I can't do the 67 one yet. Yeah, some mithril. Sails. I need to upgrade my sails. I guess mahogany. Trim is cosmetic, so I haven't been worried about that. Flag's cosmetic. We do have a flag on it already. So, anyways, I'm gonna actually, we'll leave this as one video if I don't edit it down. But I'm gonna actually stop sailing and do the Christmas event. I need to do it on RuneScape 3 as well, but I know by the time you see this, maybe it'll be next Christmas. Yeah. Bye. Thanks for watching. Leave a like. Let me know down below what you guys think about the sailing as a whole. I don't know. I know 61. I mean, I haven't seen all there is to offer yet, but I have seen a lot. And like after the launch of sailing and the game didn't crash and break, and I know that's a terrible, like, what are we doing, a conga line? What the hell? Why is there a line? Must be the Christmas event. That's kind of funny. I hadn't noticed this yet. Hans is here. Can I get him out of line by telling him I'm here to kill everyone? Yeah. That's funny. Why don't they go in? It's empty in here. Oh, new music. All right, let me be right back.